Hey guys, I'm James, and welcome back to the Dime City Garage. Today, for the first time ever, we're going to share with you a peek behind the curtain at our top secret R&D laboratory, where we've been fervently working on a recipe for explosive horsepower gains. Is it a common sight to see taillights fading into the distance in front of you as your vehicle wheezes into the night? Do you find it dangerous to merge with traffic and impossible to overtake, giving your bike all she's got only to be cut off by a surprisingly faster Corolla? Is the 0 to 60 time in your literature simply checked yes? Are you or your significant other embarrassed by your lack of performance? Well, don't worry, I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. If you answered yeah, or sheepishly looked around to any of those questions, you could be one of the millions of people across the globe affected by slow or substandard lackadaisical output. Or, as the less woke racers sometimes hurtfully refer to it as, loser or second place Sally. Being one of the most underdiagnosed conditions, it's strikingly common among people ages 15 to 112 and is nothing to be ashamed of. Unless you're parked in front of me in the passing lane of I-75, willfully ignoring the previous 9 vehicles that angrily passed. In which case, I hardly recommend that you be chastised in a public forum, officially relegated to B roads and bike lanes, and required to fly a safety flag to warn others of your diminished cognitive capacity. Well, luckily for you, the highly qualified engineers and speed scientists here at Dime City Cycle Skunkworks Labs have tirelessly been working countless minutes to bring you, the people, affordable and easy to apply horsepower. Using highly advanced data with math numbers, chemistry stuff and glass beakers, and really fast movie hacker typing, the experts at Dime City were able to science up a cure for slow. Introducing DCC's proprietary patented, copyrighted, race-tested, and approved Stick-On Horsepower Pro Kit. These incredibly advanced engineering marvels can instantly increase output by 5, 10, or even 20 horsepower, a total of 35 sticky stallions to fight that power plague. Now, most people try to combat slow-related dysfunction by taking their vehicle to a seedy local mechanic who promises relief, but somehow always manages to Mr. Burns you with the 1-2 punch of under-delivery and overcharging, with claims of mechanical complexity, time invested, and my favorite ruse, system-related failures. Next, he's gonna tell you that ignoring your broken $8 thermostat caused your $200 water pump to fail. Freaking grifters, man, I tell you. These charlatans take advantage of hardworking people like you who suffer from slow-myopathy, and the crew will not abide. You can either get swindled into spending tens of thousands of dollars upgrading your ride, or you can take refuge in the warm bosom of Dime City with our new Stick-On Horsepower Pro Kits. Because these Pro Kits were developed by speed freaks for speed freaks, you can count on them to be extremely reliable and, in keeping with our DIY tradition, easy to install yourself. All you'll need is the following list: pulse, eyeballs, sense of humor, recognition of satire, mechanical means to apply the product, i.e. hands, hook, feet, dinosaur head grabber from Universal Studios gift shop, or other suitable extremities. Now, you can sleep sound knowing that you can wrench it and tune it without a vast technical knowledge base or expensive specialty tools. Just slap that sucker on any surface of your vehicle, allow 10 to 20 seconds for it to seat properly, and rub it with a slightly used microfiber towel or a ripped up t-shirt to ensure that no dust particles enter the horsepower gains port during activation. Now, for easy DIY activation and tuning, the procedure is simple but important, so please listen up. All you need to do is step precisely 3 to 8 feet away from your vehicle, manually breach the fluid passageway of a beverage vessel. We found best results utilizing fermented, nitrogenated, or carbonated beverage, commonly known as beer. That's B-E-E-R, and you should be able to find it at most sustenance dispensaries. Next, simply imbibe the beverage and maintain eye contact, or stare, at the application for about 30 seconds with periodic sessions of varying length thereafter, just like the braking procedure for any high-performance engine. This periodic stare is critical in keeping the carefully set parameters of each module in check, and with thoughtful maintenance, your gains can last long enough to be passed on to the next lucky rider. It's really that easy. To demonstrate the raw power that these adhesive add-ons generate, we've set up a friendly race series. The series consists of 3 races, one stock for a control test, one with a single DCC Stick-On Horsepower Pro Kit application, and one max horsepower setup using multiple stick-on pro kits. Now, using our officially licensed and calibrated seat of the pants dynamometer, we can measure the horsepower before and after the application. The vehicle to beat is this race-proven thoroughbred Trackmaster, a 2013 Yamaha R1. And our slow subject is going to be this 1979 Honda CBX. According to the dynamometer, the high-strung R1 has a whopping output of 178 base horsepower. And although considered a spirited ride in its day, the CBX comes in at just 105. But perhaps more importantly, it tips the scales at a belt-busting 600 pounds, a full 150 pounds heavier than the svelte R1. So let's get started. We'll turn things over to our senior race analyst and reporter, James, with the latest.
Thanks, James. What an exciting day in motorsports history. I'm standing here trackside to bring you the latest updates on this, the most exciting day in motorsports since pictures of Danica Patrick first hit the interwebs. Race number 1 is the original equipment-only phase of this modern David versus Goliath matchup. The stock CBX is off to a slow start. As you can see, the CBX is clearly struggling to keep up with the monster output of the R1, resulting in dead last position for the old-timer. The CBX Tech crews are now adding one full DCC stick-on horsepower pro kit to the CBX, so let's see what an additional 35 ponies can do against the advanced weaponry of the R1. Much quicker from the jump, the improvement is evident as the CBX fires off the line. This season's steed, now 140 horsepower, cuts the gap between the bikes significantly and results in a much closer, less embarrassing second place position. Let's see what the CBX Tech team has left up their sleeve to take the checkered flag for the final max power race. Looks like they're applying multiple DCC stick-on horsepower pro kits, and I'm curious how this is going to play out. Can the CBX handle the raw power produced by this possibly irresponsible installation? As both bikes make their way to the starting line, I'd like to remind you that this race is sponsored by DimeCityCycles.com, the home for all your vintage moto needs. Dime City Cycles, your vision, our parts, your motorcycle redefined. Race number 3 now underway, and wow, what a launch by the CBX! Without room to say much more, the CBX screams past the finish, resulting in a very disappointing loss for the odds-stacked R1. Well, there you have it, folks. DCC stick-on horsepower pro kits in action for the win. James, back to you.
Thanks, James. Man, that was an incredible improvement. Wait, I'm getting numbers now, and according to our officially licensed seat of the pants dynamometer, the max output strategy employed in the last race resulted in a crazy total of 980 additional horsepower. Was the strategy win at all costs? Yes. Were lives needlessly endangered? Yes. Was it awesome and totally worth it? Absolutely. By now, most of you guys are wondering, okay, James, that's cool for vintage motorcycles, but my eco-friendly daughter guilted me into driving a Prius. What about my car? Well, Keith, I'm glad you wondered, because these highly official DCC stick-on horsepower pro kits work on a myriad of applications. So yes, your Prius can finally be taken serious. And it doesn't stop there. You can add them to your old Windows 98 setup for explosive results in speed and relevance. Power up that kitchen appliance so you can sleep in a little bit longer, but still make breakfast in the morning. Slap some HPs on that baby and you can be stuffing your face while still half asleep. We here in the DCC garage are always pushing the envelope of innovation. We not only use this cutting-edge technology for our bikes and breakfast, but in all aspects of our business to ensure we're being as efficient as possible in getting you the parts you need for your bike. We've carefully installed these stick-on HP units with our technical nerds who maintain the computer sites on our daily use equipment, and even an experimental application directly onto our warehouse employees who make sure your parts get picked, packed, and delivered to you promptly. Now that's service. We don't know how long the resources to manufacture these incredible kits will last, or if the government will even allow us to continue production for civilian use. So please head over to DimeCityCycles.com as soon as possible to get yours today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time, right here in the Dime City Garage. Warning, use DCC adhesive horsepower decals responsibly. Inverted installation will result in net loss of stated horsepower. Do not exceed maximum horsepower rating for your application. Indiscriminate installation can cause catastrophic component failure and the appearance of early onset squiditis. Use on non-combustion engine applications at your own risk. Fossil installation not recommended and may require collision repair.
Hey, you! Do all this crap down here, alright? Be sure to watch these videos right over here. And be sure to check out DimeCityCycles.com. Thanks for watching.